Hello, I'm Prisma Lopez-Marin for WJTS. We're here on Monday with the Mayor, with Mayor Terry Seitz. Mayor, you have someone you would like us to talk with today?
Well, we had hoped, Prisma, to be introducing some staff members of the City of Jasper, and today we're actually in our conference room on the second floor of City Hall, which is adjacent to our legal department, and our first guest that we'll have in one of these features will be City Attorney Renee Kabrick. She either won or lost the lottery to be on with you. It's really however you prefer to play that out, but I'm really very happy to have Renee join you, and she'll take out the rest of the segment to kind of give some insight about why the City of Jasper has a legal department and performs what I believe to be an extraordinarily valuable service for the taxpayers and ratepayers.
Great.
Good.
Well, thank you, Mayor. We're looking forward to speaking with her. And now joining us is Renee Kabrick from Jasper City Attorney. Hello.
Hi, Prisma. How are you?
Good.
Good.
I would like to speak about your role specifically for the Jasper City Council and the Jasper City City Hall in general.
Thank you very much. I am, as you said, the attorney for the City of Jasper. I am appointed by the mayor, and as the city attorney, I represent all of the boards and the members of those boards. So not only the City Council, but that's a big part of it, but I also represent the Utility Service Board, all of the utility departments. So anything that happens in the water department, gas, electric, I represent those folks. I also represent the boards for the City of Jasper municipal side. So that would be things such as the Board of Public Works, the Board of Zoning Appeals, the Plan Commission. Those are probably the ones that people are most familiar with. At any rate, I represent all of those bodies, and really I make determinations, legal determinations with respect to the decisions that they make as board members. So with respect to the representation of the city, those are kind of my clients.
So in terms of them being your clients, are you just specifically for City Hall then, and not necessarily representing an individual community member?
That's exactly right. So it's not just Jasper City Hall, it's any group that you can think of that is associated with or employed by the city. So I would represent the police department, the fire department, the street department, the parks department, all of those folks as well. But I do not represent the constituents or the residents and ratepayers, taxpayers for the city of Jasper. In fact, if the city is ever sued by someone, I would represent the city and not the individual. The city does not get involved in what we call civil disputes. So if, for example, two neighbors have a situation that they have a dispute over, oftentimes they'll call into the city and they'll say, well, my neighbor's doing this or that. And unfortunately, while we can give advice, not necessarily legal advice, but just kind of neighborly advice, we cannot get involved in civil disputes between two residents in the city of Jasper. So that's probably a very small part of my role. What I really am concerned with, or what I really spend a lot of my time on, is of course drafting ordinances, which we call ordinances, but basically they're the local laws for the city of Jasper. So I draft those, and all of those are passed by the City Council. I also draft all of the resolutions that are considered by all of those boards I mentioned earlier. In addition, though, to those things, what really takes up a lot of time, the legal department is responsible for review and drafting of almost every contract that is involved in the city projects. And as you know, we've got a lot of city projects, so just about every project that is ongoing comes through the legal department at some time or another, whether it's review of an existing contract, drafting a new contract. We deal with purchasing, so if there's a bid packet or a quote packet that goes out, that usually comes through the legal department as well. So there's a lot of paper that comes across our desk, but more importantly, it allows or maybe requires the legal department to really be involved in, at a very basic level, everything that goes on in the city. And that's exciting. It's not dull. So the mayor had asked me to try to explain to you what an average week is in the life of the city attorney. And that is such an easy question because there is no such thing. There's not even an average day. I cannot say that there's ever one day to the next that's the same. It just doesn't happen. I like to say that when I have a plan for a day, on a regular basis, my day gets hijacked by something that we didn't anticipate happening, some, not always problems, they're good things, you know, that happen, but people have questions about things going on in our city, and I like to be able to provide information to those folks as well. So there are many things that you wouldn't ordinarily or necessarily think of as far as the role of a city attorney, but we do those things as well.
Okay. And who else works with you in the department? Because you said it was an attorney department.
Sure. So I'm the only attorney for the city and for the utilities, but I do have an assistant who I couldn't live without. She does a great job, and she's really, truly my right hand. Her name is Valerie Cockerham. So most often, if somebody contacts the legal department, they're going to talk to Valerie first, and she can often answer their questions. And another, you know, the other thing about the legal department is that we just work so very closely with the other departments. So we really operate as a team. Many problems or issues present themselves at the beginning in another department, whether it's planning or engineering, street, whatever the case may be. And it really takes a team effort to really understand the problem or the issue thoroughly and then be able to help resolve the problem. And I think we do a really good job at that.
Well, thank you so much. It's a lot of information that is very valuable just because the average person, such as myself, I didn't know very much about ordinance, but this helped a lot in terms of educating ourselves about our city of Jasper. Thank you so much, Attorney Renee Kabrick.
Thank you.
This is Prisma Lopez-Marin for WJTS on Monday with the mayor and also with our attorney Renee Kabrick.